everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So the first two episodes of Girls Planet 999 aired and I have a lot of thoughts, and like I mentioned in my previous video where I talked about like my expectations and worries and stuff for Girls Planet, I do really want to like cover the episodes, and that's what I'm doing today. I want to like discuss a bit about it, and yeah, I just want to talk about it with you guys. So that's what we're doing for today. And I didn't do a video last week, partly because I was like sick, so I didn't really feel like filming with my face, and also partly because I kind of wanted to wait until the auditions or the demo stages, whatever you want to call it, were over, just so I could give like an overarching opinion on the first tasks that they did. And they're over. They finished the last ones like yesterday, or in yesterday's episode, in episode 2, so I am like super excited to be talking about them now. So to recap what happened in the episodes, either if you forgot or if you didn't watch them, which is totally fair. So they started it all off with No Signal Song, which I thought was very, very weird, because like, I don't know, in my head it's just like produced with a different name, and I feel like most people feel that way, that it's just produced crossed over and slapped on like a different name. But they didn't start with the like Signal Song, the Pick Me song of this season. They just started with the actor guy who's like the Planet Master, just kind of introducing the like program, and then they got straight into showing the girls. Is this focusing on me or on my backdrop? So as I also explained in my previous video about Girls Planet, they are divided by like cells, where there are a member from like every group, so one from K group, C group, and J group. So every cell is made up of like a girl from every country, and these cells basically work in a way where, at least for the first elimination, that's like what I understood by it, that after the first elimination, the cells aren't really there anymore. But at least for the first elimination, they either like get eliminated, all 3 of them together, or they stay all 3 of them together. Which I think is a pretty good way to like ensure that there's gonna be like an even number of like girls from every like group from every country. But I just think it's weird if they're not like taking them to the debut group, because then why do it in the first place, is what I'm thinking. But they made these cells, and the way that they did them in the beginning was kind of cute. So they had this like huge setup where all of the girls had to like go in, and then they were being connected by one keyword. And some of these keywords were so cute. Like one of them was that like they could have debuted together, and they were all like former JYP trainees, and I thought that was super cute. Like, oh, you know. And another favorite of mine was Girls' Generation, where they were all like SNSD stands. That one included Bora, who I love so much, and them just doing fan chants was absolutely super adorable. Other of these cells were like a little bit of a stretch, but I feel like they had to do that. I mean, there were 99 girls, so they kind of had to be creative sometimes. And they did. I feel like there were 2 cells where one of them was main vocal and the other was like, I'm good at singing. And I was like, okay, that is literally the same thing, but okay. So after they came in and were seated and like reacted to each other, then we were introduced to the masters, or the trainer. And obviously Sunmi and Tiffany were there, and there were 2 dance masters and 2 like vocal masters. And so far I really like the cast. I don't really have anything like against them. One of them has worked with EXO quite a lot, so I like knew him from beforehand, and he seems to like really be enjoying himself, so kudos to him. Though the female dance trainer, I don't know, to me it just seems like she's trying really hard to be, what was her name? Bae Yoon-jung from like Produce 101, to have like the same attitude as her. I mean, that might just be the way she is, but those were just like the feelings that I got so far, which I thought was kind of sad, because I would rather see like someone new rather than like a ripoff of Paris 101 trainer. I don't feel like I can like properly judge that yet, so that's just like a side note. So like this year, instead of the like auditions from Paris 101, they basically have these like demo stages. And I thought the combination of them were like super fun. Because instead of being based on like their company, like none of the Fanatics members were together, or none of the Cherry Bullet members were together. So instead of doing that, they were divided into the C group, J group, and K group, and then they actually made like internal groups within those groups. So no like mix of girls were in the same like demo stage performance question mark. And instead of giving them like different grades like A, B, C, D, and F, they gave them a top 9 candidate sticker, or they didn't get one. And there were quite a lot of top 9 girls actually, but I will not be mentioning all of them. I don't even know if we know all of them, because they actually, there were a lot of performances that they just didn't show. They only showed like the most interesting ones, and then they cut out so many. But yeah, so the groups that like I really liked, or the performances that I really liked, were Pop Stars, Kick It, Crazy, Boombaya, and Black Mamba from the first episode. And then from the second episode, I really enjoyed Go Go Bebe, Wow Thing. Oh my god, Wow Thing was so good. Oh my god. Incredible. Snapping, Maria, the Hwasa song. Bounce Back with Bora in it. She did so well. Eugen's Bubble Pop. And then What a Man and I Can't Stop Me that didn't really air. I Can't Stop Me, I was like, the vocals aren't the best, but I think they did really well nonetheless. And their dancing was really phenomenal. So I really liked that performance actually. It's kind of sad that they didn't air it. But I mean, what can I do really? As for other like notable performances, that weren't necessarily my faves, but they live in my mind like rent-free, were the twins' performance. The thing is, their dancing was fun, and they were fun, and it was like uplifting, and it was kind of like the Celeb 5 team of Girls Planet. But I feel like they kind of like were bad on purpose, because they were idols in China, and if you go on like Twitter and find some of their performances from China, from their idol time in China, they're so much better than what they were doing with like their demo stage. So I feel like they did it on purpose to kind of gain popularity, which is smart, I guess, but like it was really bad. But they were super cute. They're really adorable. And also Siren. Yes, I like the Siren performance. She seemed so nervous, which is understandable because I don't think she knew that Sunmi would be there, but like having to be alone and perform in front of like the original singer must be like so nerve-wracking. Like there were also a group who did Twinkle by TTS, but they were free, so I feel like that might have been like a little bit better. And also Sunmi is a little bit more scary than Tiffany. But yeah, I think she did well, even though it wasn't shown. And also Paradise Lost. She was incredible. She's a member of Bandit. I don't remember her name, to be honest, but she did really well. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about her, but that was a great performance as well. And then there were Fancy and Rumor, where the performances in themselves weren't that good, but I really liked Shouting and Jurina from the J group. I think they did really well, and I like that they got acknowledged by the show and also by the... And then we can of course not talk about Girls Planet without talking about Helicopter and Fuyaning. The Helicopter performance was good. I liked it. They did really well. Some of my faves are Chiving and... what's her name? The Fanatics member? She's like literally in my top 9. But those two I really like. And I mean, Fuyaning did well, but I feel like it's important that you also have like a good attitude and that you're a good person in order to have like a huge platform and a huge following. And just being talented shouldn't be enough, in my opinion, and I really do not like her attitude whatsoever. Though Mnet definitely edited the preview thing. Like, the atmosphere in the studio definitely wasn't as tense as they were making it out to be, and Sunmi and Tiffany were just like laughing along with it. And Yujin's response was honestly pretty mature, and I think she handled it really, really well. But still, like, even though the reactions were as they were, I still felt like it was incredibly awkward. Like, I got such secondhand embarrassment because, like, I would never say something like that in front of the original singer. Like, how dare you? And also, you know, she has kind of a racist past, so even if she was nice, I still wouldn't be able to look over that. And I really don't think you should either. But overall, like, I liked the demo stages. I thought most of them did a really good job. And I agree with a lot of people that they fell kind of flat. But I also lowered my expectations a lot after I had found out that they didn't have too much time to train. And also, like I mentioned earlier, they weren't put together like from the company. They had to find each other and didn't have that much time to practice their demo stages. And that was also one of the first times they like met. So I kind of lowered my expectations for everyone that was in like Yujin or the Wow Thing team or something like that. And I think that considering their situation, I think they did really, really well. All of them. Most of them. Now, so a lot of people got these like top 9 candidate stickers, and basically what the top 9 could do was that they could rearrange their cells if they weren't like satisfied with their cellmates. And the top 9 was, wait, let me find my notes. The theme today is pink. Let me read out. So in 9th place we got Kuwahara Ayana, who did Dolphin. This girl didn't stand out to me whatsoever. I really don't understand why she got in the top 9. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I'll definitely be looking out for her because I want her to wow me, but I don't understand her position whatsoever. But there's her. Then 8th were Chai Bing from Helicopter, and that is so deserved. She did really, really well. 7th is Yujin, CLC's Yujin. And I don't, like, I expected her to be in the top 9, but I expected her to rank higher. But at least she's there. Like, I think it would have been kind of weird if she didn't make it into the top 9. But I'm really happy that, you know, she's just there. Then the 6th person is So Young-un, who did Kick It, and oh my god, I love this girl so much. The way, like, Yoonjia did really, really well as well, who was the girl she performed with. But the way Young-un completely changed up from, like, before and then in their performance, like, that change was insane, and she did so well. Her stage presence is immaculate. Really 10 out of 10. Next up is Jung Ji-yoon from Bounce Back, the performance with Bora. And I don't know if it's because I'm biased, but I definitely think Bora outshined her a lot. Like, her vocals were great and her dancing was great as well, but I feel like Bora had so much more stage presence. So for me, Jung Ji-yoon kind of like fell flat her performance. But I mean, I'm happy for her. I'm obviously very happy for her, but I also don't think that she should have ranked. So yeah. Next up is Suruchi, who did Snapping. Oh my god. She's so hot. Like, I hate saying that, but like, I love hot, talented people, and she's definitely one of those. She ranked 2nd out of all of the like C girls in the Signal Song challenge thing, and she was incredible. She's really incredible. Like, I want her confidence, and she's just so talented. Definitely deserved. I can really see her making it into the final top 9. Then in 3rd place, we had Shen Chaoting, who was the center of the like Chinese group. And she's so pretty and she did really, really well. She was in Rumor and she carried that entire performance. Then in 2nd place, we have Kang Ye-seo, who is a member of Busters, or a former member of Busters. She's really popular in Korea, and understandably so. Like, her performance in Crazy was crazy, to say the least. Like, she did really, really well, and her dancing is so good, and she was just so professional with her mic falling out and everything. I really understand her popularity, and I definitely think she deserves her, like, high ranking. And then in first place, we have the J group center, Saki Hikaru. I did expect her to rank in the top 9, but definitely not first. Like, I'm not mad about it because she's really, really talented. Like, her rapping is amazing. But yeah, I really didn't see it coming. After the 4th person had been called, I was like, oh, okay, so will she not make it? But yeah, she ranked first, and she was like the first one who got to form their cells. Now, I won't be saying like all of the new cells, because quite frankly, I don't know them. But they all like took turn forming new cells, and they actually formed quite a lot of cells like within the top 9, which honestly, I think I would have done that as well. Because honestly, like, those people have a lot of potential. I felt really bad for Kim Daeon, who is the like K group center, because she didn't make it into the top 9 and she didn't get picked by any of them. And she was the only one of the free centers who didn't make it. So she was obviously kind of bummed out about that, and I really understand. I feel really bad for her. After they formed their cells, they were told about the first like voting, and so were we, the audience. And basically how it works is that you download the Universe app, and then for this first round you vote for 3 girls from like every group, and then you vote for like 3 cells. So you have like 12 votes in total. And I think it's a nice way, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I think it's a nice way to make sure that it stays kind of evenly. But 48 girls will be eliminated in the first elimination. What the fuck? Like, that is so many. I really didn't expect that. And then 3 girls, 1 from every group, will be revived by like the masters. And it's so insane to me how many they're gonna cut off. Cause like, this is gonna last until October. Like, how are they gonna keep filling up episodes if they're gonna like cut off half the girls? Like, what? But yeah, I will be voting, and I will be like talking about who I'm voting for on my Instagram, and I'll probably do another video showing off my picks. I'll probably do that like every 2 weeks, like after every like mission. After all of that was done, after the first filming day of their work done, they got their rooms, and the rooms look so cool. Like, they're divided into rooms based on their cells, so they have like a room per cell, and it looks super, super nice and like intimate, and it looks a lot better than the produce rooms, like, definitely. And they were just having so much fun the first night they were there, and it was really fun seeing them like interact. There was this one girl who brought like a whole tent thing with like curtains to kind of block off, and honestly, I would have done that as well. I would need that privacy. So I respect that. But they were having so much fun and like interacting with each other and trying to talk to each other across like languages. And I know I've spoken about Bora so many times by now, but she was so fun and just so, she really tried like including everyone, and I love her so much. She was also one of the first people who got up in like the morning, because even the contestants think that this is just like a Produce ripoff, because they all got up in the morning because they were prepared for like the morning mission that they always do, where they like wake them up and they have to like come running down to the morning mission. And like half of the girls were so prepared for that, and I just thought that was so cute. For the morning mission, they had to like gather at the practice thing, and instead of like hardcore practicing like they did for Produce, they had this challenge where they had to like identify baby photos of the members of their like cell, which was so fun to see. And then if you successfully identified your cellmates, you like, if you did it first, if your cell was the first one to finish, then you like won that mission basically. And they had like a board with all of the like cells where they could like place their boards when they were like finished. It was really fun seeing. And then like they went into another room and here it was revealed to them that these like rankings, it was 1 to 33. I think there were 33 cells. Yeah, that sounds right. They got to like choose first for the upcoming like real mission, which I thought was really fun because like I was kind of sitting there thinking like, how are they gonna choose like the teams? Because usually it's the center who gets to choose, and then for the next it's like whoever ranked first. So I really liked that they did like a fun little challenge to figure out who did it, so it was more like up to chance, if that makes any sense. And then the songs for the first competition was announced, and they had to be free cells in a team, so they had to be 9 people in every like performance. And the songs that were like announced were Blackpink, How You Like That. So there are gonna be 2 How You Like That performances. Then Oh My Girl, the 5th season. Twice, Yes or Yes. ice1, Fiesta. And lastly, they had a special like boy group category with EXO's The Eve, BTS Mic Drop, and 17's Pretty You, which I'm really excited about those. Like, oh my god, I want to see them do The Eve so bad. That's definitely the team that I'm looking forward to the most. Yeah, The Eve, Pretty You, one of the Fiesta teams, and both of the How You Like That teams are the ones that I am personally the most excited about. But I mean, I'm just really excited to see them work together and show off their skills in a better way with like more time to practice than what they did for like their initial auditions. It was announced that the winners will get to perform on M Countdown and they will get like a special benefit for their votes, which is pretty common for Korean survival shows. So yeah, I really like this episode. I'm super excited for the next one. Like the past week where I've been waiting for episode 2, I've just been sitting there like, can it be Friday already? Like I said, I will be voting and I will be like keeping up with this. I'm super, super excited. Like, I loved Produce 101, especially the girls' seasons, and so far I really, really love this. Like I briefly mentioned earlier, I will be like updating with like a video list of my faves, but I really want your guys' opinion on whether you want my like top 9 where I don't care about like there has to be free members from each country, or do you want me to do like my top from each country like I did for my last video? Because like there's definitely a difference, and I would be down for doing either, so just let me know what you would rather want to see and what you think others would more so like to see. But yeah, I think that was all I had to like say about this. I'm super pumped. I think so far it's looking pretty good. There have been some controversies already, and Mnet have definitely evil edited a couple of people and a couple of voices. They have like auto-tuned some to look or to sound worse than what they actually did if you compare it to just the raw footage on YouTube. I think it's sad that they do that they exploit the girls like that just for television. But it's Mnet, so what did we really expect? Unfortunately. Let me know what you guys think about the first 2 episodes and who your faves are. Like, I wrote down and I have like 32 faves. It's a problem. But yeah, let me know. I'm like super excited. I love all of these girls so much and I'm just, I can't wait for the Eve. Even though Yaling is in it, like Suyeon and Surichi, this is gonna be so great. So see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!